Hi, Virgo. This is Just with your November 11th, 2019 weekly reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. Virgo, you are trying to leave somewhere. Trying to, exit stage left. You may not be very honest about it. You may not be telling people that you're about to leave. Like you're trying to, set your ducks in a row before you leave. You may be trying to do it differently than you've done in the past because you don't want to do anything foolish. So you may be waiting before you leave. You may have waited and now you're going to leave. So some of you may have planned your strategy in Libra season. And well, no. No. But for some of you, yeah, you could have planned your strategy in Libra season and you're going to wait and you're going to be waiting the rest of this year. And by Pisces season, you're leaving. So February, March, top of 2020, I feel like you're probably going to be moving from the job that you have or moving on with your career, leaving a part of your business behind. Like you're going to be leaving something, but you're not saying anything just yet. Okay. Some of you may have to go back to work if you've been out for quite some time and you're not looking forward to it. But I feel that you may have lied to your job for some of you to avoid a situation. Something could have happened. Like people may have gotten fired, something like that. Like things have changed. And either you didn't communicate something or you lied about something. For some of you, I do see that. I see lying or not communicating, not being able to make these plans, still having to deal with something incomplete. There's something incomplete that you still have to deal with. And I feel like you may be trying to come from a peaceful place. And it's almost giving me fake it till you make it. Like some of you want peace. You don't want any drama. You don't want any issues. But a particular person may be creating a lot of issues for you. And it has a lot to do with imbalance. You give, they're not giving. They give, you're not giving. So something about it's not equal. Someone is not very balanced in a situation. Some of you may be feeling like someone could be very angry or, like I said, just very difficult and very angry. Somebody is pissed at you, Virgo. Somebody is pissed at you. And I feel like you're trying to do what's right, but you may be holding back from telling someone what your plans are, what your intentions are, what's going on with you, how you feel about the situation. Like you may just be continuing to do what you feel is right, even though you're not communicating how they're making you feel. Okay. And, this could be a money situation where you don't feel very confident and independent to move forward. Or you just may, again, feel like it's not the right time for you to do that. So you're still like dealing with the situation as best as you can, not trying to really ruffle any feathers, is what I see here. Something ended, but you're happy about it. And although you know that it's going to take a lot of work, to get you where you want to be, you'll take it on. You don't have a problem with that. Now I have to tell you, and I always see this, no matter how many times I shuffle these cards, every time I go to the next sign, there's usually residual cards or energy that's still lingering from the other sign. And it makes sense because typically you carry the sign before you or after you from your sun sign, right? So some of you may have Leo in your chart, but be careful with your health as well. Some of you may not be in the best place, like health wise, or just really not happy that but you're going to move on anyway, right? So you may try to leave a situation without ever really communicating to the person what happened, what they did to you, or how this affected you, or what your intentions were. Like you may not get that closure or be able to give someone closure, and you may just decide to leave and you're not very happy about it. And you may still carry this with you, right? Because it's giving me very conflicting energy here. Yeah, you're happy. You could have come to some type of epiphany And now you're glad that, okay, this is how I'll approach it. But you may not be getting the reception that you want. And it's more stress on you than you thought. Like you just thought, oh, well, that'll solve the problem. And it's like, well, no, that's not going to solve the problem. It's actually going to make more work on you. And I feel that some of you, I just get a lot of like not saying what it is you're really feeling, or you're not going to tell anyone how you really feel about a situation. Okay. But you want things to just be okay. You don't want to have to say too much. You might not be expecting them to say much. You just want things to be okay. That's kind of what I get. Love. Well, let's go back to your finances. I do feel like you may be paying out money, be up to $600, $300 to $600 for some of you. And it could have something to do, once I said, with a person, a situation involving someone. So that may affect your overall finances. And because of someone or something is affecting your finances like that, you may say, okay, I have to make some adjustments. I have to make some major adjustments because this situation, I can't continue this way. And that's where that plan and that taking that step back and then leaving. But in the meantime, again, you may just not be telling someone anything at this time because you're not ready to pull a trigger, and you will, massage the truth and manipulate the truth to some extent to buy that time. Now, in love, I feel that some of you, as I was telling Gemini, I think, a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius may be giving you the blues. Someone may just be angry or more aggressive than normal, and you may feel that the situation isn't necessarily fair. I feel like some of you are trying, and you've tried for a while you may have thought of a situation, and let's just say, I see for some of you, this could be a situation where you're not with this person. You guys are at odds. They've not communicated to you. You haven't completely made a decision of how you're going to approach it. There's still a responsibility that you have to this person, but there's been no communication. There's not been any, you no longer feel conflicted. And for some of you, you may feel a bit codependent. I know this sounds weird for a Virgo, but I have to say it how I see it. You may be a bit codependent, because you haven't completely embraced singlehood, possibly since you guys have been separated and that sort of thing. And I feel like if it's been time apart for some time, you may feel like, surely we can get on the other side of this thing. You've thought long and hard about either trying to work your way out of frustration, resentment, and defensiveness toward this person, not trusting them. You've worked your way out of that, and you probably assume that this person is at that place too. Like, oh, well, surely they shouldn't still hold on to any problems. And you may be going back to someone. Some of you find it very difficult to move on from a situation with a particular person, but you haven't been very honest. Some of you could very well have been with someone, but married all the time, or in another relationship all the while, living with someone all the while, because you're not single. And that could be why you're delaying reaching out to a particular person, or deciding against it. Like, yeah, you're thinking heavy, you're thinking a lot about this person, but you may just say, I'm not going to go to their place, or I'm not going to call anymore. I'm not going to, say anything, because you may not even be available, Virgo. And, you got this urge to probably do it, to get the courage to do it. And now you may have felt very satisfied and happy with that, but now, it's very much of a burden to, because you're going to put yourself in a place where you're hiding, from someone, for another person, that sort of thing. So even though you may not want, you will probably move on from the situation and not communicate, even though you so desperately want to kind of reconnect with someone. And that could be the other way around. Someone may want to do this with you, Virgo. They may want to just desperately reach out to you, but they haven't as well. And this is, this could go either way. It's really not a man versus woman thing this time around. It really can go either way. But I feel like whoever's the upset person, whoever was upset, whoever was made upset, they're still pissed. They are still pissed. Okay. They're not, no. So they're not, no. Others of you, I feel if you're single, you're not 100% ready. You may want a commitment and all of that stuff, but I don't feel like you're even being completely honest with yourself. You're not really ready for a commitment completely. You guys are also making moves career-wise, so that's really going to be your focus to get yourself where you want to be. And deal with whoever this person, like you guys are dealing with someone who's very difficult or just could be pissed. Like the women in the lives of Virgo men are pissed. They're pissed. Somebody's lying to you, completely lying to you. Somebody else is just, they're not, they're probably very upset if you do get to communicate, because I don't see that they're going to make themselves available. But if you do get to communicate, they're going to be very upset, barely upset. So just because you're over it, that may not mean that they are. And it is going to be quite the battle and burden. If you're dealing with fire signs, if you're dealing with air signs, it may at first seem like, okay, well, we've gotten over that. And then somebody's lying still. You or another person, they still lying. Or somebody just lashes out, So I do see like the jury, like I said to another sign, the jury is out on whether or not this situation is really going to work. I do see toward the end of the week, going into next week, there's a desire for it to work and really wanted to, work on things and make it okay, because someone really does want this relationship. And someone could have broken up recently and they're happy because now they can possibly get someone else back that they've wanted. It's kind of what I see. But I just get truths are not being told. Somebody is really holding the truth back or not being honest about things completely. So if you don't have honesty, what do you have? Like, you can't build anything on the relationship if you don't have honesty. And I'm sure you Virgos, if this is happening to you, you guys already know that. And that could be you not communicating to this person simply because you're just like, I can't trust you. And you may not even be as like, you may have gotten to a higher place spiritually for yourself after you've taken such a long time to take a step back. You may have gotten to a really higher place where you're not even mad at them, that you're not mad. You may not be so eager to entertain them or anyone for that matter, but you're not mad. And you may be willing to, I feel like you'll be able to co-parent, especially if there's any issues with the child. I feel like you'll be able to co-parent and all of that. But I don't feel like you would let this person back in or go back to them if they've been lying to you. Okay. But the good thing I see with you Virgos is that you're wanting to restore love again. You really do. You may not be telling people that, but I feel like you're getting closer to getting out of this place where you probably just didn't believe in it or didn't give it any time a day. You're thinking about it now. You're considering that. And that's a good thing, Virgos. So that's what I have for you guys. Like I said, in the extended, we're going to look deeper into this relationship and see if things will work out down the line. In the extended, and in the description box, you can see all of what we focus on. The list is in the description box below, along with the link. We also look at you Virgo singles. So if you're interested in that, please click that link to the extended and we can finish up this love reading. If you would like something personal, click the link to my website and set something up for yourself. If you would like to share, please do so in the comment section below. And if you're new to this channel, welcome and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Virgo.